for a policy regarding the replacement fees for lost or damaged pouches to ensure the program's sustainability and financial responsibility. Research shows that excessive device use impacts mental health, academic performance, and classroom engagement. Our teachers report that simple bans like place it in your backpack, they're not working. It turns our teachers into phone police as opposed to educators. To truly support our students, we need a physical boundary that separates the learning environment from the digital world. We are introducing the Yondr Pouch in direct response to Texas House Bill 1481, which requires every school district to prohibit or securely store student devices during the school day. This law supports our goals perfectly, as Yondr removes the top classroom distraction, it promotes a structured and compliant storage solution, and it aligns with fiscal responsibility by pairing with a modest fee replacement system. It also reduces screen time, which in turn strengthens our social health and encourages face-to-face interaction among students. Our implementation plan is designed for a smooth rollout. It began with training for our educators and our staff, followed by clear communication with parents and preparation for training our students. This phased-in approach ensures that everyone is prepared and aligned for success before our launch on next week, January 12th. The initiative is funded by a Texas Education Agency grant, which reinforces our commitment to a sustainable and effective implementation. As a daily routine, students will secure their phones in the Yondr pouches at arrival, keep them throughout the day, and unlock them at dismissal. This simple routine minimizes distractions while maintaining accessibility after school. And for your leisure, I have linked a student introductory video for your review, which gives you a glimpse of how the system works. And that video is one of the videos that is a part of the student training as well, so that they understand what the expectations are for the use of the pouch. I will also note that once a student locks their phone in the pouch, they keep that pouch with them. That is not turned in at the school. The student keeps the pouch, and they unlock that pouch at the end of the day with an administrator. Our safety is also or remains our priority, and so it's important to note that the GPS systems, they will still work. So we have parents who have tracking systems on the phones for their students. As long as their phones remain in airplane mode, their tracking systems still work, so they can follow them. We also have medical accommodations that are taken care of with a special pouch for those students. And then our emergency contact protocols ensure that parents and students are able to communicate when needed. Ensuring sustainability and accountability. We want to maintain program integrity, and so our students are responsible for their pouches, right? The campus protocols address lost items and intentional damage to encourage accountability. Without a consequence for losing or breaking a pouch, the district would be on the hook for thousands of dollars in replacement costs every semester. We have established a replacement fee structure, and our proposed fee schedule balances fairness with responsibility. Normal wear and tear is covered by the school, while lost and damaged pouches incur a modest replacement fee. Our campuses are responsible for documenting incidents and notifying parents prior to assessing any fees. Those replacement fees are collected and processed through our district system, My School Bucks. Also, the proposed replacement fee is cost neutral, and it is intended only to offset the expense of replacing the Yondr pouch. So no new revenue generation is anticipated. We are requesting board approval to charge $30 replacement fee for lost and damaged pouches. And I, at this point, want to just thank you for supporting this initiative and helping us to create a safe, focused, and connected learning environment for our students. you do have, as Dr. Pereira stated, you have a Yondr pouch in front of you. We do suggest that you not place your phone in there. However, if you did, I do have a lockbox with me, so we can unlock it. But students will actually, in their regular intake in the morning, it's a part of that process. As opposed to saying, where's your phone, make sure you put it in your backpack, place your phone in your pouch. Students show it, they actually clasp they lock the pouch, and then the pouch goes in their backpack. So students remain in control at all times. They just are not able to use their phones. At the end of the day, or when the student is leaving the campus, they are with there are several different types of locks like this. There's a lock box that an administrator can carry in their hand. There will be some, depending upon the campus, that are mounted to the wall that students would then have access to easily, as they are exiting the building, tap, release their phone from the pouch, and then they are on their way, okay? For the medical accommodations, those students who need to be able to monitor in their phones, they will have a specialized pouch, which is a Velcro, right? But they still have that pouch, and they have that same responsibility, making sure they put their pouch in, that pouch is secured, and it is put away. I will entertain any questions at this time.
All right, thank you. Any questions, comments from the dais? Ms. Morris.
Okay, there you go. Are you turning it on and off? Because my deal not on over here. Okay, look, I have one. I think this is a great deal. As a matter of fact, they gave me two, so I wanted to test it myself. Right. So I locked it. Okay. And when I locked it, you're right. You can't even break into it. So I have one that's not locked and one unlocked. I'm so glad we're doing this. Thank you, Dr. Pereira, for your leadership and guidance that we did this. I heard that other districts was doing it, and so I'm glad to see it in our district. Thank you all for keeping us updated and watching out for our kiddos with this new law about cell phones. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else?
Madam President.
Mrs. Smith?
A couple of quick items. Number one, can you demonstrate the unlock process? I'd like to see it personally. And number two, for those wall-mounted units, do you anticipate there being a bottleneck at the unlock station?
They have several. They will have several stations. So let's say if in idea where you have a group of students that are headed out of one particular exit, there are two mounted in one area. You have individuals that have them, so there's a way to channel the students around. And again, that differs at every campus. Okay. And now you want to see how this works. Did you put your phone in it?
I lock mine, but it doesn't have to be mine. My phone's not in it.
Yeah, so typically all they're going to do is they're going to take this piece.
Oh,
okay. So 2-second process, they put it in, they close it. As they go through, they're going to make sure that it is closed and pushed in, and then again, it's just that open. Okay. All right.
It's just like the device they take off your clothes when you buy an expensive clothes.
Okay, anyone else? Ms. Cortez?
Thank you, Madam President. Had a question about the request to ask the board for like a fee of some sort or infraction regarding a lost or damaged pouch. The district has determined that there is a damaged pouch and maybe a student is unable to afford it. How would that roll? How would that go?
So at that point, then that goes to our Student Services Department and Dr. Jackson. That is actually a part of the piece that he will be presenting following my piece.
About the pouches?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Hey, any other questions, comments? Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to B, discussion and possible approval of an amendment to the Lancaster ISD Student Handbook to incorporate the replacement fee for lost or damaged Yondr pouches. Dr. Pereira.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm going to call for Dr. Jackson to present that information to our board and our community. Dr. Jackson, the floor is yours, sir, when you're ready.
Thank you. Greetings, Madam Chair, distinguished board members, and Superintendent Dr. Pereira. Today I'm going to speak with you in regards to our update for our personal communication and device policy in our Student Code of Conduct. Thank you, Ms. Thornton, for a stupendous presentation. But as you can see here, this is how it will actually look in a handbook. We have everything from the guidelines, what the personal communication involves, the participating campuses, what happens, the procedure and protocol before school, during the day, and of course at the end of the school day. Finally, Ms. Cortez, what happens with those damaged or lost pouches, and what are the consequences if students do not adhere to the rules. If any visible communication devices are actually found, those students will have to bring their cell phones to the office. They'll have to report those to the office. And to answer your question, Ms. Cortez, those students who do not have a $30 replacement fee, those students will have to store their phones in the front office in a locked space in the front office at each of the schools. Okay? Any questions? This concludes my presentation.
Ms. Morris?
So, it's a trust system that we're going to do. And if that system don't work and they try to tear it open, they don't have to pay the fee. But from how long will they have to keep theirs in the office? Is it a time period?
Yes, ma'am. They can keep their set. They'll have to turn them in the morning, and they can pick them up after school. Now, if we have multiple offenders where you keep doing this multiple times, you'll be restricted from bringing your cell phone to school. Okay. I think this is a wonderful opportunity for our students to show that they're being held accountable for a device, and I'm looking forward to this.
Part of teaching and learning. Thank you.
Madam President, I have a question.
Thank you so much for this. I think it's great. Just one question, just some clarification. In reference to the presentation that you all mentioned earlier about the emergency information, so if they lose their pouch or damage their pouch, they can't afford to replace it, are we required to be able to have the parents be able to contact them for emergencies or something? Because I know you emphasized that a little bit in the presentation. I'm just wondering if they don't have that pouch anymore, now it's being stored and the parent have emergency, because that was one of the items you highlighted.
Yes, for those very
few. Do we think of that risk, or I don't know, I'm just
yes, for those students, and those are very few students in the district that actually falls into that category. Okay. We're probably talking about, I think about maybe 3 or 4. Okay. And if those students lose their pouch, we actually will put a system in place with that particular teacher to ensure that, and those are usually medical devices that track their heartbeat and things of that nature.
That's what I think. Yes. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Cortez?
Thank you, Madam President. I had a question about, for example, they lose, and I'm just want to kind of be clear. If they lose the device in this calendar year, but they still have not satisfied their $30 fee the next calendar year, will they be reissued a pouch or still expected to pay the $30?
They'll still be, great question, they still will be expected to pay that $30 because that actually comes from district funds otherwise. So they still would be required, and if they can't pay it, even at that particular time, they would have to turn in their phones at the beginning of the day and retrieve their phones at the end of the day. You're welcome.
All right, any other questions? All right. Thank you.
President.
Mr. Smith?
Just a statement. I'd like to say thank you for that, and I appreciate that sweater you have on, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're going to move on to C, and actually we'll combine C through G because they'll all be presented by Coach Brown.
Madam President, I'm sorry. Can I go back? Just a real question.
Go ahead.
Because you all are asking for this to be approved on, I'm sorry, I apologize, I didn't turn my mic on. Dazed there. You all are asking to have this approved on January 10th. That is next week. And so this is not an action item or anything we need to do?
Not the 10th, the 22nd.
The 22nd?
Yes,
We'll
ma'am, that's
vote
our regular board meeting.
Because we don't meet again. Make sure you can implement and do what you need to do.
All right.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, we're moving on to C, discussion of donation for athletic football from the accident and injury chiropractor for approval at the next board meeting. D, discussion of donation for food and catering from the Breakfast Brothers for approval at the next board meeting. E, discussion of donation for Lancaster High School from El Polo Loco for approval at the next board meeting. F, discussion of donations for girls and boys basketball team from Nike for approval at the next board meeting. G, discussion of donation for boys basketball from Accident and Injury Chiropractor. And Coach Brown will present these items, and if you would please make sure you indicate clearly each donation for each person, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, President Hamilton, Board of Trustees, Dr. Pereira. As mentioned, I'm here to discuss about some sponsorship opportunities that's been given to our athletic department. I want to share this with you. Lancaster ISD Athletic facility sponsorship opportunities. We offer strategic sponsorship opportunities for businesses in the DFW area and in the Lancaster area. They're looking to support student athletes to enhance community visibility and to gain valuable exposure at high attendance athletic events. The first item I will be discussing is a donation from Accident and Injury Chiro. That is a local venue here. We were fortunate enough to be awarded a gold sponsorship for them, and in that gold sponsorship, you saw that during the football season, we were able to display ads and display things with them. I've listed there for you some things that are included in that proposal that they sent to us, and we did get a check of $7,000, and that $7,000 will be used for our athletic department. The second item listed here is a restaurant, which is one of the most famous restaurants in the area. I like to give them a shout out, and that's Breakfast Brothers. They have several locations around the DFW area, and this was a little bit unique in the fact that this wasn't a contract where they awarded us a check of any amount of money, but the $10,000 that they did agree to donate for us will be given to us throughout the year in the form of food. And so that was one of the things we worked out with them. But you can see we have listed here what that platinum partner is all about. And so we're proud to say that, man, we do have a real good relationship and partnership with Breakfast Brothers. He has even indicated that this is something he wants to continue to do moving forward for the next year. So again, when they do give money, we say give the money, donate the money to our athletic department and to our district. One of the things that we do is we do say, okay, this is some visibility that we're going to give the companies and for the restaurants. So that's something that we do, and we do hold true to that. You come to our games, you'll see all that advertisement from them. The third donation that we want to talk about is a restaurant. Again, it's Apollo Loco. And Apollo Loco is how this really came about. It's a partnership, Apollo Loco, with the WNBA, specifically the Dallas Wings, where they had an NBA player, Rike. She came and she was there, and she had a chance to talk to our basketball players. Those basketball players range from GWC 6th grade all the way up to the 12th grade. So she came by, Apollo Loco was in attendance, and this is something that one of her sponsorships that she has with the restaurant, and we were one of 5 high schools in the United States to be awarded a $10,000 donation check to our district. So we're really excited about that. I want to move on with one of our biggest clothing vendors. Everybody know we are a Nike, big Nike school. Our superintendent, she is big into, she likes the swoosh. She does. I do too. We all like the swoosh. The swoosh is where it's at, though, so I want to say that. It's just not there. But because of our valued relationship with Nike, our basketball team, both girls and boys, they compete and play at a high level. And we've really been in communications with them about really becoming more of an elite partnership with them. And so that is something that we're looking to be on that elite team here in the near future. But for the now, what they wanted to do is say, okay, Coach Brown, Lancaster ISD, We want to show our gratitude for what you guys do. So they awarded girls and boys basketball with $20,000 in Nike equipment. And so that was big. So we were able to do that. $10,000 for the girls, $10,000 for the boys, and that's to help with equipment needs that they may have. We also have, again, accident and injury. This is another vendor that during the season football, they were one of our primary donors, and so they came back, and they know basketball is happening in Lancaster, so they reached out and said, man, can we continue to get our business out there at basketball games? And so that was a silver sponsor. That advertisement and all those commercials will be done during the basketball season, and that was $3,500 that they did. That was agreement we had with them. Again, you come to a basketball games, you'll see them. You'll see Breakfast Brothers. You'll see them at our game. And as a quick recap, we put up there that with all of our donations, which that's pretty good. Our first year really in this process with that. That's $50,500 that's in donations of companies that donated to our district and athletic department. Just in recap, what will the funds be used for? The funds will be used for the needs of Lancaster athletics to offset any budgetary needs as deemed necessary, team travel, team meals, and really just to support our district events as we host those here within our district. And so that is our presentation for donations. Now, any questions? I'll take it this time.
Okay, thank you. Any comments or questions?
Madam President.
Mr. Smith?
One really quick question. Beautiful, absolutely awesome. I applaud your effort and I applaud their willingness to participate. So I see a possible opportunity with the Breakfast Brothers. I love those guys, by the way. And you may know better than I would. Is there any way possible they'd be interested in perhaps mentoring some of our culinary students?
I know Dr. Pereira, she may want to talk about that a little bit, but we've talked to them about that. And they have kind of done some things with us with the culinary department where they were a judge, and he has indicated that he's willing to kind of take it to a different level when it comes to that. So I think there will be some talks here in the future with that, and we hope to maybe bring that to you guys here in the near future.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Any other comments, questions?
I did want to speak to that partnership if I can.
Ms. Cortez?
I do know a few years ago, last year and the year before, the high school students usually have like kind of like a coming out. They're able to sell their products and merchandise and different things like that. And families, communities come out. They wrapped it around, I think, an awards ceremony. So that would give the students people to pay and purchase their items. Breakfast Brothers sponsored several students from the culinary program to participate in that for the last 2 years for sure. So I just wanted to share that. So they are, I'm aware that they are working very closely with that culinary team and some of those students. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else? Ms. Morris?
Thank you, Coach Brown, very much for bringing this, because that just tells me that you're going out looking for different opportunities for our children to experience and receive. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Okay, at this time, we're going to move on to finance. A, discussion of Lancaster Independent School District to utilize 2 vendors through an approved cooperative purchasing agreement in compliance with the Texas Education Code 441.032 and Board Policy CH Legal and Local for approval at the next board meeting. Dr. Pereira?
Thank you, Madam President. I'm going to call forward Ms. Eleanor Harrison to present that information to our board and our community. Ms. Harrison, the floor is yours whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Good evening, Board President, Board of Trustees, and Superintendent Dr. Pereira. Happy New Year. The Purchase Department is requesting to add 2 additional co-ops for the purchase to expand our procurement options for the child nutrition program, and there's no cost to our district. The 2 co-ops is HGAC BUY, which is the Houston-Galveston Area Council, and also Region 10 Procurement Program. The benefits of using these 2 is the compliance with the procurement laws, access to pre-qualified vendors, budget flexibility, and transparent audit readiness and diverse offerings to our child nutrition program. Any questions?
Thank you. Any questions, comments from the board?
Madam President, I got
Mr. Jones?
one. Do either of these co-ops provide any rebates to us for usage?
No rebates.
All right,
Well,
thank
they
you.
do offer more vendors for the child nutrition program.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, we'll move on now to human resources. A is consider approval to delay implementation of teacher certification requirements as outlined in the Texas Education Code, TEC 21.003 and new TEC 21.0032. Dr. Pereira.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm going to call forward Ms. Cherish Pipkins to present that information to our board and our community. Ms. Pipkins, the floor is yours whenever you're ready.
Good evening, President Hamilton, esteemed trustees, Superintendent Dr. Pereira. I am here to discuss the delay of teacher certification requirements for your approval at the next board meeting. Based on House Bill 2, all kinder through 5th grade teachers in reading and math must be certified by the 2026-2027 school year. The following school year would require any core teacher across all grade levels to be certified. Currently in Lancaster ISD, we have 460 teachers. 95 of those teachers are uncertified. 44 of them are in kinder through 5th grade reading or math classrooms, and then we have 38 in secondary classrooms teaching core courses. And you can see 13 of those are teaching non-core subjects. Our response to House Bill 2 started in the fall. We hosted 2 events roaring towards certification to help our educators learn how they can get certified and so that they would understand the expectations of House Bill 2. Over 60 educators attended our event in October, with over 20 teachers logging in November for the virtual event. Our goal was to provide an additional push before our teachers went out for either Thanksgiving or winter break. All uncertified teachers have signed an educational agreement outlining the expectations to be certified. TEA also offers incentives, including a one-time payment of $1,000 for those becoming certified and remaining with the district. This information is also included in our district compensation plan. While we are diligently working to move teachers towards certification, we understand that some educators will not meet the established deadline of House Bill 2. Lancaster ISD does have some incredible educators who are pre-certified. We are requesting your approval to apply for a delay of teacher certification requirements with the Texas Education Agency. This waiver would delay implementation of certification requirements for core classes until the beginning of the 2029-2030 school year. The delay would provide ample time for strategic staffing assignments. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any questions, comments? Ms. Morris?
Are we going to, or do we, first let me say thank you for that presentation and thank you for letting our teachers know that. So are we going to offer any type of stipends or grants to help our teachers get certified since the Senate Bill 2 is mandating this?
Yes, so that's been a part of our approach. One thing is providing or introducing them to potential alternative certification programs. We did that at both of those Growing Towards Certification events. And then also it's making sure that we're staying in constant contact and checking on the progress with our teachers. So yes, we're giving them opportunities. And then also as far as stipends, so we have the stipend that TEA is providing if teachers will go ahead and get certified. And then we have the Commit partnership that will also provide some funding to teachers as far as reimbursement for them toward testing costs.
Great, thank you.
And LASSO support as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
One really quick. So you mentioned that we were applying for those teaching core classes. What of those teaching non-core classes?
Yes, so the teachers who are in those non-core classes are still falling under our District of Innovation Plan, which gives us an opportunity to have teachers come in who may come from the workforce, our business, our CTE teachers, CCMR teachers, so they still fall under the DOI plan.
Okay.
Any other questions, comments?
Madam President,
Mr. Jones?
I have a couple. Again, thank you for the presentation, and also being able to identify who we have. That's going to be key. When we look at these 95, I'll say actually not the 95, the 44 and the 38, which gives me 72. I'm a math guy. See, I did that mental math.
Yes.
All right. Do we have any additional PD path for these teachers to ensure that they're meeting our Tier 1 needs?
So, of course, all of our teachers are provided with professional learning opportunities, both at the campus level and the district level. And so that's also giving them an opportunity to get some hands-on instruction. We have our instructional specialists who are helping our teachers work towards certification. And a lot of what teachers need, they need to be able to see what the classroom looks like. And so they're getting that real world experience. What they are expressing to us when we're having these sessions is the need for the testing. You know, what does the test look like? So that's what we provided in those fall sessions, giving them opportunities to do practice sessions. We also were able to connect them. Some of them need study buddies. And so those were some opportunities that they were excited to receive.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Being a alternative certified educator myself, I definitely know the need for those partnerships. So thank you guys for providing that.
Right. Thank you.
I did want to add our partnership with HACI. So we are one of 5 districts nationally that have partnered with a company that scales teacher support using AI. And so these teachers, along with many other teachers in our district, have a vehicle to be able to answer questions at their fingertips. So not necessarily on their phone. It is web-based at this time, but we have just been applauded by HACI just around the usage from our teachers, particularly our new teachers, using it over the Christmas break to get ready for today. So that's an additional support. Being that we're a pioneer district, it is given to us at no cost.
Fantastic. I guess it opens up the door for another question for either of you. When we're looking at AI, I know we had a conversation maybe 2 months ago about looking at different policies or procedures that we're going to put in place to monitor that for our educators and for our students. Where are we in that path right now?
So Educate Texas, there are a couple of us in the district who are part of a think tank here in the North Texas, in North Texas area. There are maybe about 10 districts. They are helping us to develop a policy. They are paying for us to work with MGT. And so here, hopefully in a couple of board meetings, our goal is by the end of the school district that we do have a policy for both staff and students that we have implemented on a small scale so that we can bring it to you all for approval to implement it on a larger scale. But the AI solution that we have right now is only with a small subset of our teachers, but it is a support that we have to help them to be certified, but also to help strengthen Tier 1 instruction.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Morris.
Another quick comment. I just want to say publicly how I appreciate our administration, but more than that, appreciate our superintendent. To me, that's why those awards are presented to her, because she has put the good people in place to ensure that we receive, our children receive everything and all the opportunities that are out there that's possible. And now we're including the teachers. Well, we know about alternative certification, but for you to bring it to us like this, so we appreciate the administration, and thank you, Dr. Pereira.
Thank you so much. Okay, we'll now move on to safety and security. A, 2025 Lancaster ISD Police Department Racial Profiling Analysis Annual Report. Dr. Pereira.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm going to call forward Chief Worley to present that information to our board and our community. Chief Worley, the floor is yours, sir, when you are ready.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, President Hamilton, distinguished board members, Dr. Pereira. Tonight I'm here to present the Lancaster ISD Police Department's 2025 Racial Profiling Analysis Annual Report. So racial profiling requirements are covered in three main statutes in the Texas Code of Criminal Procedures, 2.132, 133, and 134. I won't go over everything in that, just kind of verbatim for the law, but basically this is what kind of defines what we're supposed to do when it comes to racial profiling, reporting-wise as well as collection of information. So a review of our department policies and procedures are conducted every year annually to make sure they're compliant with not only just state law, but also best practices through the Texas Police Chiefs Association best practices. Comprehensive review of the police department's bias-based policing and racial profiling policy shows it is compliant with all state laws and the Texas Police Chiefs Association best practices recognition program, which is kind of like the gold standard in the state of Texas. A copy of the department's policy can be located on the district's website under the police department's website section, and under racial profiling on the left you'll find it, and then you'll also find all the reports as well. The police department is required to collect specific data from each motor vehicle stops. This is a list of all of the information. Again, I'm not going to bore you by just reading everything to you, but basically this is the rundown of says what the state says. Hey, here's the information you need to collect in those statutes that we went over. I went over a few minutes ago. The police department also wanted to add not only these items, but it also is required to provide the number of complaints of racial profiling the department receives for the year, and then how many resulted in disciplinary action. So the police department this past year in 2025 conducted a total of 27 motor vehicle stops. All of the stops occurred in and around school zone areas of our campuses, which is just kind of, that's just kind of where we're at naturally. Every now and then we may be go from one school to another campus, and you know there may be one or two that end up like that. But for the majority, most of them are usually in our school zones, and usually before or after school or during school, that type of stuff. The graph here shows a comparison between the district's population and the motor vehicle stops in 2025. The number of male motor vehicle drivers that were stopped out of those 27 were 12, females were 15. There were no searches that were conducted on those 27 motor vehicle stops this year. And out of those 27 motor vehicle stops, 89% were issued warnings, either written or verbal warnings. And only 11% of the motor vehicle stops were issued citations. There were no arrests made this year on traffic stops. No physical force resulting in bodily injury was used during any of the police department's vehicle stops. And for this is now my 8th school year, for the 8th year, the police department has had no racial profiling complaints, and we had none again, like I said, in 2025. This report was filed, I believe it was on Monday when we got back. I filed it with the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, and then again, we've also uploaded a copy of the report as well into the district's website, on the police department's website. And I'll be happy to answer any questions if you have any.
Okay, thank you. Any questions, comments from DICE? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we'll move on to maintenance and operations. A is discussion of ratification for X-Act plumbing repair of collapsed drainage pipes at Beltline Elementary for the amount of $98,800. Dr. Pereira.
Thank you, Madam President. I'll have Dr. Kimbrough bring that information to our board and our community. I think, Dr. Kimbrough, the floor is yours, sir, whenever you're ready.
Good evening, Board President, distinguished Board of Trustees, and Superintendent Dr. Pereira. Coming from the maintenance and operations, we had some emergency repairs at Beltline Elementary, and I'm here for a discussion and possible approval at the regular board meeting for the ratification of emergency services that X-Act Plumbing did at Beltline Elementary with those collapsed drainage pipes. I do want to make a correction. The total cost was $171,400, which exceeds that threshold of $100,000. So we do need board approval for these repairs that took place over Christmas break. We have had constant plumbing issues at Beltline Elementary due to almost all of the cast iron pipes underneath the school being collapsed. And this is causing wastewater to increasingly back up into the school. The scope of work, excess plumbing tunnel underneath the school building, and they replaced all the cast iron pipes with PVC pipes. And I will show you some pictures of that work. The first two pictures are some of the wastewater that is backing up into the school. The next pictures are the pipes, the cast iron pipes that they removed from underneath Beltline Elementary. And if you see the bottom middle pipe and the bottom middle picture and the next picture, you can see those pipes were completely clogged up and collapsed. PVC pipes were used, the modern pipes, to replace them, and this is from the tunneling underneath Beltline Elementary. As you can see, they have installed all of those PVC pipes underneath the school. Only thing they're doing now is just repacking all the dirt they removed from under the school. Any questions?
Thank you. Any questions from the board? Ms. Morris?
So are we going to look at this at all of our schools?
We know the schools.
At least the older ones.
It's the older schools that have. Some have problems, but not as bad as Beltline. And we can run cameras down. We know with the plumbing issues at Beltline that most of those drainage pipes were collapsed.
I can't believe the school on West Ridge is not as old as that school is.
There was something that compounded Beltline. They did an addition to the building back in '86. So they tied the grease line trap, that line into the water line. So that helped to scrub those pipes as well.
Right, okay.
Because they did an addition. So instead of doing it the right way and cutting the hole to run the grease line pipes, they just tied it into the waste pipes. So it helped.
Yeah, it helped. It put a Band-Aid on.
Yes, but those pipes under those older buildings, it is.
Thank you.
They're coming to the end.
Okay, any other questions, comments? Right, thank you so much. Okay, we'll move on to B, child nutrition update. Dr. Pereira.
Madam President, Dr. Kimbrough is at the podium to deliver that information to our board and our community. Dr. Kimbrough, the floor is yours.
All right, President Hamilton, distinguished Board of Trustees, Superintendent Dr. Pereira, our January update, and we always go back and look at the month of December. The last month only had 15 serving days in December. It was a short month with the Christmas break, and you can see that we only served 68,098 lunches. You can see the reimbursable rate is $462 this year, and direct we pay SFE is $431. Our participation rates, they stay pretty much the same for each campus. There would not be much change in the participation rates at the campuses throughout the year. If there is, TDA does look at that. If a school is at 40% and they jump to 100%, TDA, they see that. It's a trigger. Any questions about the December report from Child Nutrition?
Board, any questions, comments? I hear none. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Board.
Okay, at this time, we're going to go into closed session as authorized by the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551, Texas Government Code 551.071, Legal Advice with School Attorney, 551.072, Deliberation Regarding Real Property, 551.074, Personnel Matters, and 551.076, Deliberation Regarding Security Devices or Security Audits. A is discussion of personnel updates and employment and termination of administration and instructional personnel. B, consult with the district's attorney on any subject or matters authorized by law, including any matters listed on this meeting notice/agenda pending or contemplated litigation and proposed settlements, Texas Government Code 551.071. C, discussion concerning the roles and responsibilities and ethical provisions governing public officer conduct, Section 551.074 Texas Government Code. Board, in lieu of time, since we have some items that will take some time, I'm proposing that we go into closed session A through C and come back open and go back into closed session to complete D through G. Are you all in agreement with that? All right. Okay, hearing nothing from the board. So we will go into closed session at 6:48 for items A through C. Sure, 5-minute break.
Recording stopped.
The board will return to open session at 7:29 p.m. Okay, board, we do have some action items from closed session. Under personnel, is there a motion on the first one?
Recording in progress.
Yes, Madam President.
Hold on just a second.
Okay, let her go first. Yeah.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm going to call up Dr. Barker to present our first recommendation to the board and the community.
Good evening again, Madam Board President, distinguished board members, Superintendent Dr. Pereira. I am here to present the candidate for Executive Director of Human Resources, Mrs. Cherish Pipkins. Cherish currently serves as the Director of Human Capital and Strategic Initiatives for the Lancaster Independent School District. She's a seasoned public school leader with 20 years of experience in education, including district-level human resource leadership and prior campus administration here in LISD. Her work is grounded in building efficient systems, developing people, and aligning human capital practices to district priorities. In her current role, Ms. Pipkins provides strategic leadership for recruitment, onboarding, employee relations, compensation, training, and policy development. She has led department-wide visioning and goal setting, guided comprehensive updates to district job descriptions and the compensation plan, along with supporting policy revisions. Her leadership has resulted in improved onboarding systems, record low vacancy rates, a 10% annual increase in sub-fill rates, and employee retention at 80%. Ms. Pipkins has designed and implemented innovative district-wide initiatives, including the Big Tiger Certification Fair that you heard about earlier, and the New Hire Academy, both of which overwhelmingly we've received positive participant feedback. She facilitates district and department training on compliance and ethics and hiring best practices, manages grievance procedures and investigations, oversees stipend and compensation processes, and supports principals and district leaders through the development of hiring tools, documentation banks, and onboarding expectations. She also coordinates district-wide employee recognition and service milestone events. Mrs. Pipkins is an active participant in the Region 10 Human Resources Academy and the Human Capital Leaders in Education cohort, where she continues to strengthen her expertise in human and strategic human capital management. She also currently serves as the 2025 chairperson for the Texas Alliance of Black School Educators, TABSE, demonstration schools. Her leadership approach reflects a strong understanding of the employee life cycle, a commitment to compliance and operational excellence, and a focus on creating systems that support staff success and organizational effectiveness. And as I said to you in closed session, Mrs. Pipkins is a Tiger. She's a Tiger alum. She has been with the district since 4th grade, and she graduated from here and has come back and spent the majority of her time invested here in the district. So with this, I present to you the candidate that outshined all of the people who both applied as well as interviewed. I present to you Mrs. Cherish Pipkins as the candidate for Executive Director of Human Resources.
Madam President, I move that we accept the administration's recommendation of Mrs. Cherish Pipkins.
Second.
As Executive Director of Human Resources.
Madam President, I second.
Okay, have a motion by Mr. Jones and a second by Mr. Smith to accept the superintendent's recommendation for Executive Director of Human Resources, Ms. Cherish Pipkins. Board, if you all will please vote from your devices.
Secretary Morris, whenever you're ready.
Didn't come up. I refresh.
Would you like for me to vote on your behalf?
You can, but it's not coming up on mine.
Madam President, on behalf of the Lancaster ISD Board of Trustees, a motion was made by Trustee Jones, approval to accept recommendation for Executive Director of Human Resources, Cherish Pipkins, seconded by Trustee Kendall Smith. Motion carried unanimously.
Good evening, President Hamilton, distinguished trustees, and Superintendent Dr. Pereira. Thank you for this opportunity and for the trust you've placed in me. I am honored to be the Executive Director of Human Resources in Lancaster ISD. I first want to express my deep appreciation to Dr. Gray for his mentorship and guidance. His willingness to allow fresh ideas and perspectives and new initiatives really allowed us to build a department that we are proud of, and I am grateful for the foundation that he helped build. I'm excited to continue the important work of human resources and proud to serve the district that I genuinely love. We have an opportunity to elevate the employee experience, strengthen our workforce, and build on the strong culture that sets Weibo Nation apart. I also want to thank my husband, children, mom, and mother-in-law who are here today, and they have always supported me. As I step into this role, my focus will remain clear: to recruit exceptional talent, thoroughly train and support our employees, collaborate with all departments and campuses, and retain the outstanding people who make this district thrive. Thank you again for this incredible privilege. I look forward to serving and leading with integrity, passion, and gratitude.
Thank you and congratulations. Okay, we have another recommendation from the superintendent, Dr. Pereira.
Thank you, Madam President. I will call forward our new Executive Director of HR, Ms. Cherish Pipkins, to present that information to our board and our community. And I think there are many community members here who are waiting for this one as well.
President Hamilton, trustees, Superintendent Dr. Pereira, tonight we are excited to present to you Coach Stephen Jackson for Assistant Athletic Director, Head Football Coach. Stephen Jackson currently serves as an athletic coordinator and head football coach, brings more than 15 years of coaching experience and a proven record of building successful competitive football programs. Since assuming his role in 2024, he has led the program to an impressive 22-3-2 overall record, including an area finalist finish in 2024 and an area semifinalist finish in 2025. His leadership and program impact earned him the 2024 District Coach of the Year honor. In his previous post as athletic coordinator and head football coach from 22 to 24, the program achieved its first playoff appearance in 5 seasons and advanced to the bi-district round in 2022. His tenure was marked by program revitalization and student athlete development and competitive growth. Coach Jackson also held key coordinator roles at some of the region's most competitive programs, serving as offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach. As a recruiting coordinator, he helped 19 student athletes sign collegiate scholarships. His coaching excellence was recognized when he was named to Dave Campbell's Texas Football Top 40 Under 40 Coaches. Earlier in his career, Coach Jackson served as an offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, leading that program to multiple deep playoff runs, including regional and quarterfinal appearances, and transforming a 2-win team into a bi-district playoff contender. Throughout his career, Coach Stephen Jackson has been recognized for his ability to develop student athletes, build cohesive programs, and lead with integrity, discipline, and high expectations on and off the field. Coach Stephen Jackson.
Madam President,
Ms. Nichols.
I would like a recommendation to, for the board to approve the hiring of Mr. Stephen Jackson for our head football coach of Lancaster ISD.
Second.
Okay, have a motion by Ms. Nichols. Have a motion by Ms. Nichols to accept the administration's recommendation for athletic director and head football coach Stephen Jackson. Have a second by Ms. Cortez. If you all will please vote from your devices. And just for the record, for clarity on the title, it is head football coach and assistant athletic director. Sorry, Coach Brown.
Trustee Smith, whenever you're ready.
I voted already.
Okay.
Did it not come through?
Would you like for me to go ahead and vote on your behalf? Okay. Madam President, on behalf of the Lancaster ISD Board of Trustees, motion was made by Vice President Nichols for approval to accept the administration recommendation for Lancaster ISD head coach of football and Assistant Athletic Director, Mr. Stephen Jackson, seconded by Trustee Cortez. Motion carried unanimously.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, welcome to Weeball Nation.
Yes.
And just in case, we just want to make sure you know your L is with your right hand.
Oh, yeah, I already learned
got
that.
it?
I
Okay.
learned that early.
All right, welcome.
But good evening, Honorable President, distinguished board, and Superintendent Dr. Pereira. I just knew I was going to get that wrong because I don't have that script in front of me. But I'm excited. Thank you all for this opportunity. Coach Brown, Mrs. Jett, they've been nothing but great to me thus far, and I'm excited to get to work. You know, I didn't write a statement because I know I had to do this a second time on the 22nd, but my passion and my words they're going to be the same. I'm here to work. My family, my coaches in the back, they're here to work. My family understands it, and we're excited to be Lancaster Tigers. It's go time.
Great, thank you and welcome again. Okay, at this time the board is needing to go back into closed session again. We will return under Texas Government Code 551.071, 551.072, 551.076. Item D is consider a report from council on all pending legal matters. E, review of the LSG quarterly tracker and next steps. F, conduct superintendent's evaluation. G, discussion of superintendent's contract. Time is 7:43. The board will go into closed session. is 8:50 p.m. Oh.
Recording in progress.
Okay, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get started. The board is returning into open session at 8:52 p.m. Board, we do have some action items to take from closed session. The first one is we'll go to B, to approve the superintendent's evaluation. Is there a motion?
Madam President, I'll make a motion. But I do need to ask, are we gonna do the evaluation and the contract separate? Or are we gonna do it all? Okay, all right, so which one are we doing first?
We are doing the superintendent's evaluation.
The evaluation. I guess I spoke too soon.
Make a motion.
All right. I make a motion that we approve to accept the evaluation for 25, 26, no, 24, 25, thank you, school year for Dr. Pereira.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Morris to accept the superintendent's evaluation for 24-25. Is there a second?
Madam President, I second.
I have a second by Mr. Smith. If you all will please vote from your devices.
Ms. Bryant, can you vote for me, please, ma'am? Let's see if it's going, it may come up. Hold on before you do it. It may come up. It came up. I was able to vote. Thank you.
Vice President Nichols, whenever you're ready.
Mine's not working. Oh, okay. Maybe it's gonna come up now. Maybe.
Go back to your meeting. Go back to the top. Punch your meeting for the 7th, the work session. Open it up.
Let me see if it goes.
Would you like for me to vote on your behalf?
Push the other button, the line. New back.
Yes, I'm voting yes. Okay. Approved.
Thank you, Madam President. On behalf of the Lancaster ISD Board of Trustees, to accept the superintendent's evaluation for 24-25, motion made by Secretary Morris, seconded by Trustee Smith. Motion carried unanimously.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Allen. Okay, board, we do have a second action item to approve the superintendent's contract. Is there a motion?
Madam President.
Ms. Morris?
Thank you very much, ma'am. I would like to make a motion that we accept the contract, the 5th amended contract for 25-26.
Okay,
An addendum 5.
Addendum 5. I second.
Okay,
But not for 25, 26, it's actually,
24, 25.
24,
it's just that
the addendum, period.
Addendum 5.
All right, you want me to reiterate that?
Yes, please restate the motion.
All right, thank you, ma'am. I make a motion that we accept the 5th addendum of 5 addendum for Dr. Pereira's contract.
I
We don't put a
second.
year on it.
Okay, I second.
Okay, have a motion by Ms. Morris to accept the contract for Dr. Pereira, the 5th addendum of the contract, the second by Ms. Nichols. If y'all will please vote from your devices.
Oh, there it goes. Six. Okay. Contract.
Thank you, Madam President. On behalf of the Lancaster ISD Board of Trustees, to accept the 5th addendum for the superintendent's contract for Dr. A. Catrice Pereira. Motion made by Secretary Morris, seconded by Vice President Nichols. Motion carried unanimously.
Thank you. Congratulations, Dr. Pereira, and thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
Any other comments from the dais from the board? Dr. Pereira?
Well, I would say there's not much audience here, but I just want to say thank you to the board for your ongoing support of the leadership as well as my team. I know that we always try to give our very best on behalf of our students that we serve, and your support is vital and important to that progress. So thank you.
All right, anyone else?
If I may,
Ms.
Dr.
Morris?
Pereira, I would just like to say thank you for the past year. Thank you for your commitment and your dedication, and especially thank you for providing the experienced individuals to carry out your command. Thank you.
Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to board matters. A is review of the Lone Star Governance Board time use tracker. Ms. Allen, can you review that for us?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Madam President, you and the Lancaster ISD Board of Trustees will definitely be very pleased in regards to the results associated with their in regards to the time use tracker for the board meeting that took place on December 18th, 2025. You will notice that in regards to the student outcome, there was a result for the student outcome and adult behavior minutes, which was 75%. But I am so pleased to announce, and I know you will be very happy, Madam President, that on behalf of the student outcome minutes, it is 71%. In regards to the consent items, that was 100%. In regards to your goals that were just discussed, exit goal 2, that's associated with training for board operating procedures, goals 1, 3, and 4, that aligns with your goals in regards to the Board of Trustees. You will be pleased to know that that's 100%. And then in regards to the GPMs that was discussed, which is GPM 1, which is board meeting, again, accomplished in regards to timing. Again, that is ready, set, go as far as 100%. You will notice that on behalf of the attendance of the board, which is 57%, but I know that as we continue, as you as a board continue to move forward, you'll be ready, set, go to ensure that that's ready, set, go to be 100%. So again, this is your report for the month of December 18, 2025. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be ready, set, go to address any concerns that you may have.
Okay, thank you so much. Any questions, comments? Okay, thank you. We'll move on to B. Okay, the next item is board action to approve the LSU quarterly tracker. We don't need to vote on this, do we? This one kind of threw me off.
I'm not for sure if you need to vote on it. I know that you were to
I
be ready.
think this is if we had done the one in the back that we did not do. Okay, so we're gonna omit this. We'll do this at our regular board meeting. C is the order of election for May 2nd, 2026. Joint election will be presented at the January 22nd, 2026 board meeting. The district positions up for re-election are as follows: District 4, District 5, and District 7. On Thursday, January 22nd, we will have the Lancaster ISD School Board and District will hold a candidate information session for individuals interested in a seat on the school board. This session will be a potential candidate information session for the school board election for 2026 and will be conducted on Thursday, January 22nd at 5:30 in the Lancaster ISD Administration Boardroom. This session will provide an overview of departmental initiatives that promote excellence within the district and help prospective candidates understand the fundamental functions that support student achievement. And as a reminder, there is the TABSE 41st Annual Conference in Irving, Texas, February 18th through 22nd of 2026. There's a tour, the Opportunity Center at Forney ISD, February 19th, 2026. This visit includes a full tour and provides an opportunity to engage with key stakeholders involved in the facility design, planning, and operations. The time will be announced at a later date. TABSE Governance Camp, Galveston, Texas, March 4th through the 7th, 2026. TCBSBM 2026 Education Summit, April 15th through 18th, 2026.
Madam President, before you conclude,
Mr. Jones.
I just want to make an announcement to the board and administration. The proposal window for the TABSE Governance Camp ends on January 9th, 2026. We want to submit a proposal. And they're also accepting scholarships up until student scholarship applications are due January 15th, 2026 by 5 p.m.
Okay, thank you for that information.
And one other thing, outside of this, CUBE's call for proposals ends on January 16th, and that conference will be in Chicago. It's gonna, good question, I'll have it for you. I don't have it right off the top.
Okay. All righty, next thing on our agenda is adjournment. Sure, Dr. Pereira.
Thank you, Madam President. Thanks for obliging me. I just wanted to highlight the fact that at the TABSE conference in Irving, we will have several student performance and participation, as well as we have several members of our staff who will be presenting and participating in different ways at TABSE's 41st annual conference in Irving in mid-February. So just wanted to alert the board of that. Ms. Kimberly Simpson will put together an agenda of those things and make sure we have those for you for January 22nd. Should all of them be given to her? Because some things are still in the works.
All right, thank
Madam President, can I, relating to what Dr. Pereira just said?
Ms. Morris.
Thank you very much. Will there be a transportation, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. And you can get back with me later or not. I just want to know what is the expense to go to this one. Usually it's in Dallas, but.
We didn't plan, but I can
Okay.
work on that.
Thank you.
Okay, next item is adjournment. All in favor of adjournment? Aye. Okay, motion is passed for adjournment. The time is 9:04. You all have a good night.
All right, good night.
Record